going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out on another auction adventure. Let me adjust that camera a little bit. Out on another auction adventure heading to Portland, Michigan. This is the auction we were at with the Civil War buffet, the Dracula blow mold. This is the second of this auction. So she was an antique dealer, antique collector. So it's going to be a good auction. I think there's going to be a lot of good quality stuff here. It's a little chilly out, as you can see the old hats on. Ooh, but I did get a haircut. Let me guys show you the haircut real quick. I got a wedding this weekend. Look at there. Ooh. Oh yeah, look good. Got a wedding this weekend for my brother. So we're gonna be heading out to this auction today. Totally off the topic there. Heading out to this auction, a lot of good stuff, antiques, a lot of good unique stuff I think is gonna be at this auction. I don't know if it's gonna be super long. I'm by myself, obviously driving and recording, like always. I know, not safe. Doing the voiceover, a voiceover, huge success. People love the voiceover. So that's what we're going to do from now on. Now, the walkthrough, I'll record, but I'll just voice over it. Because I agree with a lot of people in the comment section. I can comment on a lot more items because I'm not there in the now. I can actually look back on it and kind of give you guys a little more of a rundown on it. So yeah, the voiceover is going to stay. I really appreciate all the feedback we got on that. I'll stay parked at this light until I'm done here for a second. So yeah, it's gonna be really good. I'm excited for this auction. We got a lot of auctions coming up. I think there's like 6 in the next 2 weeks we're gonna hit up. So there's gonna be a lot of auction adventures coming up. Collecting 101s, I'm working on one right now for this weekend. So we should have another Collecting 101 video up, and I'm gonna get more of those out because I got better ideas for those as well. Doing voiceovers. Voiceovers seem to be a hit, so I might kind of stick with those for a little bit. So yeah, even got the beard trimmed up a little bit. Gotta look good. I'm the best man this weekend. So yeah, looking good. So guys, all right, we're gonna head out this auction. We'll show you what's there. Hopefully we get a good load of stuff today. We can show you at the end of the auction and kind of go from there. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Like I said, this was a cold auction. It was about 40 degrees out today. This side of the auction, there was 2 rings. So this first ring was full of architectural and tool stuff. I actually was not over here at all. I don't want to say that. I was over here for one thing, and that was what you guys will see at the end of the video, the Halloween. One of the Halloween things was over here. So that was the only reason I was over here. There was just not a lot of stuff on this part of the auction that was stuff that we could do much with or resell. A lot of tools, stuff we would buy just to bring home and use on our own. So not too much for resale purposes. But if you look in there, there are some super soakers in there that were really cool. You got to look out for super soakers. Those were really popular in the 90s. A lot of people look for them, and they do make some good money. If you guys look them up on eBay, they can definitely fetch some money. That pumpkin right there is something I did want, but there was so much better stuff on the other side that I really didn't have to. I really didn't want to come over here and chance missing out some of the better stuff on the other side. So yeah, it was one of those choices you have to make when you're by yourself at an auction. You really just got to pick the best part and stay there if you can, because you just never know where you might run out of. You might miss out on one of the things you're really looking for, and I really don't like doing that, especially at this auction where there's a lot of really cool things here. No, I'm really glad you guys are liking the voiceover, though, because I like doing it. I really like doing it this way better, where I can look over stuff a little easier and give you guys a little more information on what was there and what it was like. Like I said, there was quite a bit of people here. We did get some rain, as you guys will see when I give you the auction preview here soon. During the auction, it definitely sends some people away. These tombstones, they're newer. I would have got them and brought them home. Amber would have used them, of course, but yeah, it was raining, so it was kind of it definitely cleared out a couple people, but they were looking to get out of there too, because cold and rain is never a ideal situation for an auctioneer. So. No, even that, like I said, a lot of the wood stuff and furniture stuff, I just don't look for too much anymore. We just don't have the room for it. So if I'm going to buy a piece of furniture, it better be pristine. And these pieces were not pristine. So we didn't even take 2 seconds to look at them, just because we just don't have the room for them, like that piece. And my parents like to redo furniture and do that stuff. Oh, this beautiful right there, that green, it's like a birdhouse. Really nice piece. One I would have liked again, but the other side was just too much better things. Nice shelf, plant stand. There you go. Then here comes a bunch of architectural pieces. Now these sold for quite well, because I've seen a lot of people walking out of there and they were telling me that the prices were going pretty high on them. So these were really cool pieces. Obviously, the whole inside of the house was full of them. But these were something, again, I didn't really want to haul these, and I didn't, displaying those at the store are really tough to do anything with. So I just couldn't do anything with. Doors, like I said, those are dime a dozen anymore. We come across quite a bit of those. But yeah, so like I said, guys, I'm really excited that you guys are liking this better. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of fun going forward doing it this way. I wish I would have had more people with me today. I wish I would have had my mom with me or a kid, but the kids were in school. Mom is getting ready for my brother's wedding, like I just talked about when we started the video. So yeah, it was just me on my own today. And luckily I got there early and parked close. So I was running from my car back to the auction nonstop all day. And that gives you guys a little hint of how I did at this auction. There's a lot of stuff at the end of this video that I love it. That anvil right there, anvils are always a good $100, $200, even for small ones like that, if not even a little more. I mean, anvils are very, very popular. Definitely be on the lookout for those because those can bring in some good money. But yeah, it's a lot of tools through this area. I like those old blimps. I have a Goodyear one in my basement. Again, it's all stuff I could have bought and it would have just came home. Nothing I would have resold. It's just the other side was so good. I can't wait for you guys to see their side. Getting through this side is, it's just what it is. What it is. I'm glad they do the rings like this, where one side is tools and kind of, one certain thing, and then the other side is the good antique vintage items. So I stayed over there. Those could be something I grabbed at. Those are things I didn't show at the end of the video, but I did pick those up. Those twigs, and there's an archway there, and there was a little garbage bag that was just shown that had a bunch of plastic Halloween fence. So I did pick that up as well. Again, it's all stuff that's going home and we use for decoration at our house. I got our houses packed full of holiday or Halloween decorations, getting ready for the season. So yeah, like I said, other than that, I really wasn't over on this side too much. I think I did grab a couple things, but I wasn't standing over here very long. I was on the other side and cleaned up really well on the other side. Like I said, I did really, really well. But yeah, it was actually, like I said, it started off to be a beautiful morning. Sunshine was nice, stayed warm, and then all of a sudden Amber was texting me, and she's about 45 minutes south of where this was, and she's like, we're starting to get rain, and I'm like, oh no. And then all of a sudden I look up and the clouds were dark and it was it was getting bad. But we had hail, sleet, and rain. It was cold and rainy and wet. It was one of those auctions that you gotta grin and bear it. You gotta deal with it if you're gonna go to auctions. You gotta deal with it, all sorts of weather. But that's how you get the good deals. Sometimes a lot of people bail, and we hung out and look at those. You guys don't get much leaf changing in your area. This is the best time of year to be in Michigan. It's such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenery. I just love being on the road, going to these auctions and just looking around and looking at the trees. It's just absolutely gorgeous. With leaves on the ground. It's great. Yeah, I don't know what these sold for. I thought these were really cool. I don't know exactly what they sold for, but yeah, I thought they were really cool. Yep, that's a nice clock. That sold for about $75 to $85, if I remember right. This, like I said, this is this is where it gets into the good stuff, I thought, at least. The berry, I think that sold for $5. As we get rolling here. Yeah, box lots are always good. You got to go through them all because you never know. Sometimes when they put stuff together, they put stuff at the bottom, and before you know it, they're bidding on it. So you always gotta be careful with box lots. Camera is always a good seller. The land camera, Kodak, not Kodiak. Bunch of advertising here. I thought, again, they went a little higher than what I would have paid for them, but that one right there, the Heinz one was really cool. Just again went for a little more than what I wanted to pay for it. I always like going through the booklets. You never see those pictures. I mean, some of those pictures are that's history. And people that, buy and hold on to those, I just absolutely love them. Again, if they were going cheap enough, I would have bought them just because I don't like seeing that stuff going in the trash or anything. That stuff, that's history. Pennants there. Pennants used to be a big seller. Man, we can't get rid of those pennants for anything anymore. Yep, always look in boxes. You never know what's in a box. It could be what it could be what the box says, or it could not be. So, always my look at it. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, we get into a little more of the furniture. I think I can go back into the tables. Yeah, there we go. Catch the other side of that stuff. The old small books. We sell those for about $5 a piece, depending on the book. Yeah, we get into this Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh, this stuff was absolutely awesome. And man, the prices were really high. Most of those ornaments were selling for at least $15 to $25 a box. You just can't touch that stuff. But man, stuff like that I'd love to bring home because I know Amber would really appreciate that. But, you know, you just can't pay those big prices. Those big prices like that for ornaments, we just can't do. We like to decorate a ton for Christmas. And those things, those prices right now, it's just vintage Christmas is really going high in numbers. So, you know, I like to see it and I like to look at it. But, you know, just couldn't bring none of that stuff home today, at least none of the ornaments. So we did get a few other Christmas items I'll show you near the end if I don't see them on here. Planet Hollywood, Haunted Hollywood, those are cool. Again, I don't think they're big sellers, but I just like to look at some of the, you know, it's probably a mid-90s poster, just stuff you don't see anymore. I wish they'd bring a lot of that stuff back. I just, you know, I don't like the fact that it's all this new age digital stuff. But yeah, like I said, guys, we did a lot of good stuff here. That's an old Halloween mask I was looking for. Didn't get a chance to get it. They lotted it with a bunch of other stuff and just couldn't go after it. That it's a, oh gosh, makeup. Why can't I think of it? When you're on, these are a little harder, but it sold for like $75 when you can make up its hair. Yeah, you'll probably put it in the comment section. I just got a brain fart real quick. But yeah, it was more good stuff coming up here. There's this doesn't even show the front of us too. That stuff coming up as well. I mean, there was, like I said, this lady had such great items. She had such a good eye for antiques, and those really makes the auctions even better to go to because you know you're getting quality, and you know you're getting some rare things you just never have seen before. And that's what I see at every one of her auctions I've gone to so far. Is I always see at least one thing that's like, oh man, I have never seen that, you know. And so that's always a good indication of a good auction when you can leave. And I felt really good after this auction. I was excited to go to another one. I can't wait to get to the next one, which I think is in a couple days. So got the wedding on Saturday, and then which you guys, I think I'm going to put this video on for Saturday, but or something like that. I don't know, Saturday or next week. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of the furniture here. We just don't look too much into furniture anymore. We just don't, because it doesn't sell as fast. And so you can't pay the money for stuff that doesn't sell fast. It's just the way it is, and we don't have the room to store it. So, you know, if it's going to be a nice piece, it better be the nicest of nice. Or if not, we just have to pass on it. Yeah, there are some nice pictures here too. I got a couple pictures I can't wait to show you guys at the end of the video that I really liked. I thought they were, you know, really nice. As you guys seen there, antique price guides. Oh God, those are tough. That skeleton sold for I think $45. Again, I looked at it. We have a few posable skeletons. Nothing like that though. Nothing I wanted to go too deep into. Whew, those guys are awesome. Those guys might make an appearance at the end of this video. Yeah, those price guides. Yeah, those are just tough movers anymore. Try to make sure I don't get nobody on camera. Yep, a lot of ephemera. I always have a hard time pronouncing that word. But it's a lot of the paper stuff, you know, and I'm glad it goes to good homes. I know who buys it, and I know they're going to hold on to it, and they're going to make sure it stays, you know, well kept, which is always good to hear, but it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing, and they're tough to store. So I always try to avoid those if I can. Not avoid, but just I don't usually, you know, pursue them if I don't have to. That cabinet right there sold for, I think, $75. Again, there's still a market for it right there. That was a really cool vending machine. That sold for $125 if I remember right. Again, really cool. Didn't have the room for it with all the stuff I bought today, so nothing I could go after, but I love that stuff. That old stuff like that is so cool. The vintage, you know, gumball machines. More architectural stuff that came from the house. Like I said, all that stuff sold for a good price today. I'm sure the auctioneers are quite happy after today. that little cabinet right there on the bottom, that said Lake Odessa, Michigan. That's where obviously where we are, we're close to. So, that was always something I saw that was kind of cool. I was, debating on picking that up, but again, just didn't really want to pay the price that we went for. Yep, here's more of that was a nice couch. It got rained on, so no one bid on it. Lantern over there sold for $25. That light might make an appearance at the end of the video. Those boats sold for a couple $100, if I remember right. Again, I'm trying to remember prices on all these. I said it's always tough as we were going through. Yeah, like I said, there's another gumball machine. Cool pieces, just nothing that we can do much with anymore. They usually go for about $50 to $75. I was in on the crow I couldn't get. The stuffed crow, those are so cool. I think that went for about $35. Again, more than I wanted to pay for it, which is the norm at auctions. As long as you come out with a few of the things you really wanted to go for, auctions are well worth it. I have so much fun at auctions. I just I love them. I live at them. It seems like I'm there 2 to 3 times a week at auctions anymore. So maybe when you guys ever watch our videos and you see me at an auction, make sure you always say hi. Like I said, I'm always ready to talk. If I can talk antiques, I always do. Right there, that might make an appearance at the end of the video. Love the Merry Christmas stuff. Any kind of the old vintage Christmas stuff. Like I said, I'm always hard pressed to not pick it up. What else we got coming up here? A lot of these coming up, a lot of the photo albums, but they use them for the trading cards. They use them for postcards. These were going for $150 a piece. I mean, these were going for really, really high prices, just prices I can't pay for them. But again, I know the people that are buying them, and they are going to be treasuring that stuff and taking care of it. I'm sure maybe reselling it. I'm not sure, but just really cool. I always like going through them just to look at the history, because that to me means more than anything. Quilts, my gosh, if you needed a quilt, you could have got quilts for $5-10 today, which never happens at auctions. I should have bought more of them. I just was kind of a little hesitant, but $5-10 a quilt. I mean, we sell those for $20 to $40 at least all day. You'll see these signs, man. He bringing these signs to auctions and auctions. I think he bought trailers full of them or something, because he brings them to every auction we go to. Oh, that bulldog, that's a nice little piece. I really like that a lot. Hint, hint. Right there are some Big Ten glasses right there. I was in on those, but those were up to like $25. Again, more than I could pay for them. Big Ten college glasses. I wasn't there for that. The first thing I went and got, I got something over near the ring. I didn't get a chance to see what the BC Railroad sign went for. But yeah, like I said, guys, this was a good auction. The sun's out there, and as you'll see when I go to I got about a minute clip of the actual auction going on. It is raining during that time, and it was not as fun. Not as fun as what it was in the morning when it was just nice weather, the sun hitting on you, warming everything up, because once that rain hit, that cooled everything down real fast. Here's a nice tarp full of pictures. Those pictures right there, the ones on the bottom right, were farm advertising pictures. Or not pictures, but ads. Those were going for about $150 a piece. I mean, those were big, big money. Other than that, most pictures are going for $5 to $7 a piece. Again, I got a couple of them out of there. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. But $5-7 a piece is pretty much normal for pictures anymore. That horse right there at the end, the wooden one, sold for about $250. Baskets for about $1 a piece. I mean, it was a good auction. It wasn't like stuff was going for really high prices either. So most of these box lots are just full of junk that wasn't worth the time of day for anything. So I'm not really gonna delve too much into those, because those just weren't selling for more than $1 or $2 a piece, which is not even worth it. So we just kind of, there's these horror VHS tapes, so I want you guys to make sure you're paying attention to those, because those are starting to go up in price. Those ones right there sell for about $8 to $10 a piece. You really got to start keeping an eye on those, because I think those are going to start skyrocketing in price, those VHS tapes, the horror tapes especially. So definitely something to keep an eye on when you guys are out doing your hunting as well as me. So I always keep an eye on them. I didn't get those today. By that time, I already had quite a truckload full of stuff, so I wasn't really trying to add more to it if I didn't have to, especially that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of a bunch of ho-hum stuff here in the box lots. But there's another good table I get to at the end and show you guys. And there's a little sneaky guy coming up here in a minute that definitely something we were going for. And there he is, old Frankenstein, the blow mold. He could possibly make an appearance at the end of the video. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, those dishes were at the last Portland auction that they had. They didn't sell, but I think they did sell at this one, but not for very much. Like I said, it just happens to be that way sometimes where you just don't, they don't get the price they want. And so no one was bidding on them, so you kind of let them go. But yeah, we got to cut off here in a second, but it goes to I did miss a row, so we're going to check out this row right now. There we are. Some Roseville Pottery was selling for about $5 to $7 a piece. Like I said, it was pretty much the way of the whole auction. Right there's more of that salt glaze stuff. We didn't pick up any of it. I think they're bringing it to another auction. That moose head clock sold for about $65. I'm trying to make sure I don't get cut off this time like I did in the last video, so I'll try to be a little good on this. Some of those airplanes, that one right there sold for about $125. The big boat there is another $100 item. But yeah, guys, this is getting near the end of this, so I did really good at this auction. Those past blue ribbons are really cool. Those might make an appearance. But yeah, guys, that's about it. So let's go and see this auction preview.
$2, there. Good to get you there. $2. What do you say? Movies down here. This comes in, and here we go. Give me $2 for it off. I got $2 there and $2, $2. What do you say? Okay. Take a look, and even the tea leaf is in there now. Now give me $5 for all of it. $5 with one covered piece of tea leaf and 2 big bowls. Give me $2 for all of it. 3 to go. I got $2 there and 3. I got $2, $3 there and 2 and 3 and $3 sold. $2 Gary bought it. Thank you. There we go this way. Anybody want these? Waiters down here. The whole out. Man. $5, $2, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 10. Now 12 and a half, 15, 15, 20, 25, 25 and 20 and 5. Hit 20 but there and 5 sold. $20 you got it for.
All right, guys, auction is all done, and like you guys have been liking it, we're going to just do everything voice here. So I'm going to tell you what I paid for it, and then tell you what I'm going to be selling it for. So let's start it off over here. We got the religious picture. We paid $2 for the picture. I'm going to probably put $30 on it, but we might be keeping it as well. That's something Amber might want to hold on to. We'll see. Next up, we got the Frankenstein blow mold. I paid $45 for the Frankenstein blow mold, but I'm pretty sure Amber obviously is going to hold on to that. These are my 2 favorite purchases I got. The mannequins, the old vintage mannequins with the old clothes on them. We paid $20 for all of these, for both of those. So, I mean, that to me was a big steal. I mean, I was really happy with those. I don't know if we're going to sell them or not, though. And honestly, I'm not even sure what I'd sell them for, but I guarantee I'm going to make really good money off them. I'll just put out there that I would probably put $75 a piece on them. So that kind of gives you a little rundown of that. Let's start in the back low. We got the Pabst Blue Ribbon lampshade and the that thing right there. I'm not sure what they're called. Pabst Blue Ribbon is one of the best sellers right now. Better than Budweiser, better than Miller Lite, better than everything. We sell Pabst Blue Ribbon all the time. I paid $30 for both of them. Out of both of them, I plan on probably selling them for about, I'd say $90, $95. We're going to at least get $60, $70 out of the lampshade. The one on the right, probably at least $25 to $30. So next up, we're going to show you this. We got the paper mache old Santa wall hanger decoration. Paid $25 for it. Main reason I paid so much, I thought it was so cool. Look at this thing. It's made in Thailand. I mean, this thing is really nice. I don't know if we're going to sell it. $25. I would probably put $55 to $60 on it in the store, but I don't think it's going to sell. I think Amber's going to want to hold on to this. Next up, this is kind of a thing. You guys know we're huge into Halloween, so I can prop this up a little bit. This is all rubber. Not super old, obviously, but this thing is so wretched and cool. This is really nice. So, paid $20 for it. Again, not selling that either. That's probably going to stay home. The blow mold foamy pumpkin, paid $2 for. Again, not selling it. Amber's going to hold on to that. This thing's really cool. The toy bulldog. We paid $2 for this guy. I bet you we're not going to have any problem getting $25, $30 out of this. This thing is really sweet. Very cool piece. All together, no rips, no tears. What we always look for when we're out doing buying. So yeah, this thing's going to be a good profit off that guy. Let's run over here real quick as we run down the last few things. We got the 2 quilts. Paid $5 for both quilts. These things are nice. It's got to be washed up, cleaned up. This one, again, couple little rips and these are a little ripped up here, but again, I think we'll be able to sell it, not a problem. And for that kind of price, quilts usually go for stupid money. So these ones right here we got for such a cheap price, we'll be able to make good money off them. Last thing up here, we got a nice picture, nice Christmas picture, Christmas season coming up. So this right here will be a nice easy sell. Paid $2 for it. I'd say at least 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks we'll get out of this. This thing is really cool. These are one of the, it was kind of mashed down in a box, but this is, as I'm watching it unfold here, or unfold, whatever it is. But this needs to come out a little bit, but it's like a little hot air balloon, Merry Christmas thing. I think Amber's going to want to hold on to this. As you can tell, a lot of things I got today are stuff that I think Amber's really going to like. So, and then I think, is there anything else?
It's the last thing right here.
Okay. Last thing up is our pitcher, our lighted pitcher here. As you guys can see, works great. Man, this thing is super hot. I think we paid $5 for this. This will be an easy sell. This is probably at least a $35 to $40 sell. Really super easy to sell. You guys, we did so good. I was so happy with everything we got. I was just killing it one after another. I got a few other small things, nothing of note to really show you guys. Stuff that we'll be able to sell in the store. You know, the couple dollar items to make a couple dollars. Nothing too crazy to show. I want to kind of keep you guys with the big items. So profit-wise today, I think total, including the stuff we didn't really show you, because again, smaller items, we spent about $160. I don't think we're going to have any problem, you know, making probably about $400 off of this lot. Now, we would make a lot more if Amber didn't hold on to a couple of things, because that Frankenstein blow mold is a $150 blow mold on its own. But I know she's going to hold on to it. Those mannequins will make good money off, but I think she might hold on to those as Halloween decorations. The little Halloween piece will be about a $40, $45 piece, but she's holding on to that. So what we're really hoping for, and what we do as as collectors, is when we buy big lots like this, we're really hoping to, you know, spend $160, but making $160 off the other stuff and then be able to keep the stuff we want. So really it's like getting it for free. And if we make a little profit off the other stuff, that's great too. But this auction was so great. And they're actually going to have another one. This house is still full of stuff. So there will be another auction in Portland. And hopefully we're out there. I know we'll be out there again because we've done so good at these last two auctions. So yeah, guys, that's our video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the voiceover again. We got the voiceovers going to be permanent in the videos. I absolutely love doing it that way so I can talk to you guys a little more about it. And then, of course, let me know if you guys like me talking and telling you profits and stuff like that, whether I'm putting them on the screen. Either way, I can do them either way. I'm here for you guys, whatever's easier for you. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Do all those great things, the likes, comments, subscribe, shares, all that great stuff. And when you get some time, come out, see us, and get your antique fix on M66. See you guys later.